What is going on, everybody? It's Alex back with another video, and today I want to touch on a subject that is probably going to upset a lot of people, especially if they're fanboys on a specific side. But today I'm going to be kind of talking about and comparing a little bit the games of Saints Row and Grand Theft Auto. So many of you guys found my channel over the past 6 months or so because I've been posting a lot of content on Grand Theft Auto 6, leaks and everything having to do with the game. Honestly, that's probably the biggest part of my channel that I have going on right now, really covering Grand Theft Auto 6 stuff. But also, over the past week or so, I've posted a few videos that have kind of gained a decent amount of attention regarding Saints Row 5. Now, it shouldn't really come as much of a surprise that the Saints Row videos are doing pretty well. I mean, it's a pretty hyped game, and it's also very similar to kind of what my audience is based off of, being Grand Theft Auto, but it seems that the fan bases behind each game are very different types of people. Now, a lot of people say that Saints Row is just a ripoff of Grand Theft Auto, or vice versa, whatever. Honestly, I do feel like they are completely different games. Although, yes, they are open world games that have to do with big cities and things of this sort, they can kind of overlap in some ways, but I really don't think you're going to be getting the same gameplay experience by playing either one of these, and I've already mentioned that in some of my past videos. With that being said, they are similar enough to the point where it is going to be a factor, and they are going to have to compete against each other. I mean, think of something, along the lines of, say, Forza Horizon and then Gran Turismo. Somebody wants to buy a console because they want to play a racing game. Now, Forza Horizon and Gran Turismo are very completely different games. However, to the car enthusiast, they are still competing against each other, and it's going to determine whether this person gets an Xbox getting Forza or whether they get a PlayStation going in the Gran Turismo side. So although these games aren't really copying each other, really providing a same gameplay experience, they are in direct competition with each other, and that's exactly what's happening with Grand Theft Auto and Saints Row. They're very different gameplay experiences, but they're kind of competing in the same market. It's a Battlefield versus Call of Duty. It's, things of this sort. They are direct competitors. Now, with these two franchises being really big, and there are two games that are coming out at least somewhat relatively soon, I kind of want to delve into what I think is going to happen with the games. So first things first, when you talk about Grand Theft Auto, literally everybody knows what Grand Theft Auto is, and pretty much everybody has played Grand Theft Auto. It is the best-selling AAA title of all time. It needs no introduction. It is a massive, massive game. When it comes to Saints Row, yes, it is also a massive game, but it's just not quite on the same level. It does not have the same amount of notoriety or publicity that a game like Grand Theft Auto has. With that being said, right there, Saints Row is very clearly the underdog in this equation, so it's gonna need to do something to kind of bring itself up and compete with Grand Theft Auto. Now, obviously, Grand Theft Auto 6 hasn't even been officially talked about yet, which means we probably have a very long time before we actually get the game, at least a year. It seems like we're not gonna have to wait quite as long for Saints Row 5, and that, I think, is a saving grace for the game. With Saints Row not being as popular as Grand Theft Auto, if it were to release like a year after, maybe in the same holiday season as Grand Theft Auto, good luck, it is pretty much guaranteed to flop. Now, although Grand Theft Auto 5 is still incredibly popular and still bringing in a lot of players and a lot of money, people are definitely looking for something new. If Saints Row were to drop this year, next year, something like that, especially before Grand Theft Auto 5 is getting hyped up, really publicized and everything, it could be a huge success. Now, I guess I haven't really made myself clear, so I do want to note that I don't think in any way, shape, or form with these games, Grand Theft Auto 6 and Saints Row 5, I don't see it being a possibility that Saints Row 5 could do better than Grand Theft Auto 6. Grand Theft Auto is just way too big of a franchise, and bringing in so much hype without even an announcement or anything like that, there's no way Saints Row could pull in those kinds of numbers. However, if Saints Row really takes a step back, maybe a new engine, really expands on what they've been doing and creates something really special, it could really open up the doors for competition down the road. And this is more or less the point of the video. I'm not really talking about GTA 6 versus Saints Row 5 because I think it's pretty safe to say that GTA 6 is going to beat it. But I genuinely do have faith that Volition is going to put out a game being Saints Row 5 or whatever they decide to call it, and it is going to be truly revolutionary and next level. I mean, think about when we first got GTA 5. There was absolutely nothing like it, no competitors. It was just to a scale that nothing had come close to. That is what I expect for Saints Row 5. Now, GTA 6 probably will come out, fairly soon after it, a year or two after we get Saints Row 5. And my guess is it will be much bigger and better than Saints Row 5 because they have the budget and everything. However, if Saints Row 5 really is able to deliver, they will bring up that following significantly more, and then when the next games come out, maybe they're actually able to compete. Now, obviously, it would be amazing if Saints Row 5 were to come out and it be something completely revolutionary, just absolutely amazing, and end up, taking over the Grand Theft Auto scene, but I just don't see that happening. I'm trying to be realistic here, and just looking at the difference in terms of fan base and popularity, there's no way that Saints Row 5 is going to be bigger than GTA 6. I think best case scenario, and what I'm kind of hoping for, is that it really takes over the scene of Grand Theft Auto 5 and kind of holds that ground until GTA 6 comes out, and then at least stays steady with a decent following once GTA 6 is released. If it is able to do that, then it has absolutely solidified itself in the AAA scene, and when Saints Row 6 comes out, or again, whatever it's going to be called, it will be something absolutely epic that actually may be able to compete or beat GTA 7 or whatever we're going to call it. So obviously this entire video was my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to agree with me, and also a lot of people are going to completely disagree with me, so make sure to voice your opinions down below. I'm genuinely curious to see what you guys think about this. I mean, is it even worth comparing Grand Theft Auto to Saints Row? Personally, I think it is, but I know a lot of people just kind of see it as apples and oranges, and there's no reason to compare. But that does it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the support. Peace out.
My mother wheel takes me all over the place, and wherever I go, I win minds and hearts. Don't need to climb stairs while I'm climbing these charts. Lilith, Roland, the Substitute dudes didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Like this and me like some